pero vamos a platicar a ustedes de nuestra siguiente participante, nuestro siguiente conferenciante. Waris Dirie, y nos vamos ahora a Somalia, es una top model, escritora, activista de la lucha contra la mutilación genital femenina. Ella nació en el seno de una familia nómada somalí y, como ustedes probablemente leyeron, a la edad de los 13 años, tras ser entregada a un hombre mucho mayor que ella en matrimonio arreglado, huyó por el desierto de Somalia hasta poder encontrar refugio en una casa de una tía. En el 81 se trasladó a vivir a Londres con sus tíos, donde trabajó al servicio de la casa hasta que ellos tuvieron que regresar a su país y ella decidió quedarse en ese país. Trabajó como empleada de limpieza en un restaurante de comida rápida y fue ahí cuando fue descubierta por un fotógrafo, Terence Donovan, que la fotografió para la portada de un calendario en 1987. Poco después fue la primera mujer de color en aparecer en la portada de Vogue en Europa. Trabajó en las principales pasarelas de Londres, Milán, París y Nueva York, con los mejores diseñadores del momento. En la cumbre de su carrera, durante una entrevista, habló por primera vez sobre su mutilación, recibiendo la atención de los medios de comunicación en todo el mundo. En 1997, por sus esfuerzos, fue nombrada embajadora especial de las Naciones Unidas contra la mutilación genital femenina. Un año después, salió su primer libro, Flor del Desierto, del cual ustedes también podrán tener una copia si lo desean aquí afuera en el lobby. Y realizó después, para que después fuera utilizada para realizar una película. Desde el 2002 fundó su fundación, El Desierto, la Fundación La Flor del Desierto. Y con esta fundación, ella emprendió una lucha en el mundo contra precisamente este terrible mal social en algunas sociedades que todavía existe, la mutilación, para ayudar también a esas víctimas que sufren de esta aberración. Se estima que cerca de 3 millones de niñas y mujeres en todo el mundo cada año son víctimas de ablación genital. Con su ponencia por los derechos humanos de las mujeres terminamos este día de hoy y le pedimos a todos ustedes un fuerte aplauso para recibir a Waris Dirie.
Hola Monterrey, hello. Wow, by the way, hello, my friends. Wow, it's nice to see you. I tell you, I'm so grateful to be here. Day before yesterday morning at 6 o'clock, I never thought I would be here, but I am really grateful to be here. No matter how sick, I wasn't well, and in my heart, something told me to be here, and I knew it. This moment I would be standing here. This was a flashback, so I'm happy to be here. Oh God, what shall we talk about? No, seriously, what shall we talk about? Please, give me anything. My story? Not funny. My God, my story is so boring for me. I'm sorry, I really have to tell you the truth. It's very boring for me. But I will do my best to give you a little bit of glimpse. But some of you may know my life already, so that's double boring. Well, I am from Somalia. First of all, I have to say, I love Mexico. I've been here this is my 4th time. And each time I fall in love even more. And somehow it reminds me my home. You know, when you go to the desert and little places, it just somehow it reminds me Somalia. I grew up in the desert. How many of you know Africa, by the way? Oh my goodness. Oh la la. No one. 3. You should travel, people. See the world. It's really interesting. It's good. It's very important. Well, it's not much different from here, Mexico. I mean, Somalia. It's not much different, really. Well, I was grow up in Somalia as a nomadic little girl. I had animals. I had goats, sheep, camels. Camels were my favorite. I love camels, my favorite. We move around. The way we live life, we just have just a couple of blankets. Mama weave them, and it's just you put it top of the camels and you move on. Now you chase the rain, and the grass, and the water. And I tell you something. I wouldn't change anything in my childhood. I had a beautiful childhood. Very simple, very tough. But you know what they said, what doesn't kill you make you stronger. Yeah, it's true. Oh my God, this is so boring for me. I'm so sorry, but my life, what can I say? My life. It's not much difference. Like I said, it was the most beautiful nature. I had everything that any child could want. Either nature, either beauty, either freedom. Well, except the one thing, education. I didn't have the education, but I had the education of life, I have to say. I don't really want to bore you with my life, so why don't we talk about anything else than my life? Like your life. Your life would be so interesting. You have a life. You have interesting lives. Yes, please, let's talk about anything else but mine. What? My work. Oh, yes. Now, okay, I go back a little bit, just to give you an idea. As a little girl, there's only one wish I wanted in life. And there was one thing I absolutely have to make sure I achieve no matter what it was. Even though I didn't know how and where. Even though I couldn't read ABC. There was one thing for sure I knew that existed that I have to fight for. And that's called respect and love. Love and respect was all I wanted. To anyone, to everyone, to have and to treat each other with that. Because as a little girl, I saw a horrifying, or shall I say, I experienced as a little girl something so very terrible and so against the old woman. And it's called female genital mutilation. And I tell you, there's not much different from what goes on in the rest of the world with the treatment that women get around the world. It is so terrible, and it's just, I don't understand how this can be and how we get to this point. Whereas I am a mother of 3 boys. And I expect that mothers and fathers, one day when those boys grow up, to treat anyone and any woman love and respect. And I tell you, today world, these 2 words, very simple as they are sound, love and respect, it is so very hard to find. And it's what this world needs today. And so, to be a woman, as a little girl in Africa. I thought, wow, this is what it is to be a woman. When my father told me as a little, bringing my animals one day evening from home, and said, baby girl, you're getting married, and you've been sold already, and your husband is 60-something years old, although I must be 11 years old. It's a true, honest truth, honest. And I couldn't understand what he was talking about. What is marriage and what is to do what? What are you gonna do with this old man? It's not my business, Father. Excuse me, but I don't know him. I don't love him. What? No. Father said, did I ask? No. You don't have no choice. You don't say. You have nothing you can say about it. You do and you do. And I thought, wow. My first experience was as a little maybe 3 years or 4, I don't know, as a nomad. We don't know how old we are. You're born, you live life, you're a lucky one. You die, there you go. But we don't really have age or anything to do with that. But as a little girl, I remember they dragged me from the hut, took me into bush distance, and mutilated me. And from then I carry on in life, and from that moment I knew something so bad. I said, God can't hate women so much. It cannot be. Can't be God. What kind of God is this? And that's all that I get. I thought, wow, this has nothing to do with God. And the most thing that make me even more mad, they said, this is God's job. This is God's wish. And so, from then, when my father said, 11 years old, you're getting married to this man, I said, well, wait a minute. What choice do I have in this world? What is the meaning in life? What do I have? What do I do? Where is my life? And I thought, well, if you don't fight for it now, you don't have one. And I truly had to fight for every inch of life to be standing here with you today. And just simply because I'm a female. And that should piss me off. I tell you that. Because it's not fair, and it doesn't have to be. Equal. I believe in equal for all. You're not better than me. I'm not better than you. So, I am only here to talk about as a human being, what we can do together and how do we treat each other as a humanity. And I know there's a lot going on right here in this Mexico when it comes to abuse and disrespect and violation for right. So I would ask you kindly, the people of the planet, of the world, the change is now. Whether it's nature, whether it's one another, whether it's women, whether it's children, whether it's education, whether it's what all, the time is now to make a change. And until love and respect being truly given from one another will never make this world any better than it is today. So, my job is just look for love and respect and give love and respect. Because when I give you my love, I can heal you. I can carry you. There's nothing you can do. When you give love to another, you really don't need much. You already have everything. Have a heart and love in your heart. It's that simple. You don't need billions of dollars to know what love is. So there's one thing you can't do. You can't buy love. No matter how much you got. So, I would like to ask you, some of you, if maybe some of you who want to talk and express yourself and tell the rest of us, come over here and talk with me and let's talk. Who want to come up upstairs? Who want to join me, please? Oh, beautiful. You, Mom, come. Oh, yes. Yes. Oh my God, how are you gonna come? Listen. I'll give you the mic. How about that? You wait for me. Anyone who want to express anything you want to tell the world, or even you want to talk about anything, please. What has happened now? Okay, yes. Come on. This is nice, see? Do things together. And did you notice it's only ladies? No gentlemen. No, excuse me. Beautiful, see? Yes, my dear. I can't hear everything. You know, you should have a mic. I would love a mic. In the audience, please. Can we have that? Wait, Angel. Yes, go there too. Run. You have a. It's working? That's what I would like. Down to just pass it on. Now I feel like I'm home. So nice.
Okay, so now you have the whole Monterrey family here.
Oh, hi. Hi.
You will have all the family together, so.
Hi. Wonderful. Who want to talk? Who want to say something?
You can sit here and I will give.
Okay. It's working.
¿Ya? ¿Listo? Hace muchos años leí el libro